Hi guys, it's Desiree, your favorite Tupperware chick. Hey, so one of our biggest products that are on sale this time of year is our modular mates. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, it's another container. What am I supposed to do with that? Well, I want to share with you what you can do with it because they save you money, energy, time, and space. And who doesn't want to save all of those in our busy, busy world today, right? So our modular mates are designed with a double seal. And what does that mean? Well, let me show you. So they have a seal on the outside here and again on the inside. So nothing can get in and nothing can get out, right? So you can protect your pantry. Did you know that when you put food in here that it lasts typically a year, which is maybe not as long as the manufacture date, but it'll keep it fresh for that entire time, right? Think about the chips that you throw away, crackers, goldfish, cereal that doesn't get eaten fast enough, bread, anything like that. So with this liquid airtight seal, no more throwing away your goods, your food, and less trips to the store, right? You're not spending money on things that you already have or just went bad. It saves us energy by less trips to the grocery store and time on your prepping and cleaning up. Think about how many times you had to dig in that cabinet to find, you knew you had it somewhere and you've got to figure out how or where you put it or who used it last. And clean up as well, right? They fit like Legos. They're easy to stack, easy to see what's inside. You can label them or even use the chalk stickers you can write on. How does it save you time? Wow, going to a store with a list will help save you money, right? But also time. You're not buying as much and you're not spending as much time because you can clearly see what you have and what you still need in your pantry. You're not taking more than what you need, and the prep time and cleanup as well. Space, like I said, these are your Legos for your pantry, your bathroom. I mean, multiple spaces, guys, these can be used in. They're designed to get the most space available in your pantry and accessible as well. They come in 4 different shapes and 5 different sizes. So let's show you. So we have our square shape. We have our oval shape. We have a super oval shape. We have a rectangle. Now, they're also sized. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you have 5 different sizes that you can use all different ways and together. All right. We have all 4 sizes here, 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. What's amazing about these, like Legos, is that you can stack them to fit the space adequately. So, some of you may have big, beautiful walk-in pantries. Raise your hand if you have a big pantry. Okay, well, typically builders build those to what we call a size 6 in our pantry. What does that mean? Well, that means we can fit up to size 6 in our pantry space from shelf to shelf. So if our biggest one's a 5, I can add a 5 and a 1, that becomes a 6. I can add a 3 and a 3, that becomes a 6. What about those with just baby cabinet space, right? Not all of us have that big, beautiful pantry. Raise your hand if you have just a cabinet. Yeah, me too. That's okay though, right? Because they're designed for all spaces. So, well, most of our cabinet spaces are designed with a 5. So we can do the same math again, right? We can take a 4 and a 1. We can take a 3 and a 2 to create that 5. Now, what about the size of smaller spaces like tiny homes or RVs, things like that, right? You still need to be able to fit this in your cabinet, right? Okay, so raise your hand for those who have the smaller spaces and love that tiny living, right? So now you get to ask yourself, are you a scooper or a pourer? I like a little bit of both depending on what's in the container, but our rectangles and our squares are great for scooping. You can get that measuring cup right in there, level off easily. Great, right? Our ovals and super ovals are great for pouring. You even have the option to get a flip top lid that goes with it as well to make it easy for pouring. You're probably thinking, okay, well, how do I know what fits inside what, right? Well, we have cheat sheets. I'd be more than happy to send you one. But They're written with numbers on the bottom. They tell you how big they are, how much they hold, makes it super easy. Just to give you an idea of sizing, okay, you know your big box of goldfish, right? It's about that tall and about that wide. Well, they make it kind of big with a lot of air so that your goldfish don't get crushed, right? Well, these are starting off containers. You don't have to worry about them getting crushed. But this is a rectangle 2, that's half the size of the 4, 2, fits the entire box of your goldfish. Now, my kids have already been eating on this, but it did fill it up pretty much to the top. So think how much of a taller and wider the other box is, and you say put it in the same amount of space, right? Try to think about this. Think about your wheat thin crackers, right? Now you've eaten half the box. Do you get half the space for half the box? No, you still have to try to fit things on top of it, lay it sideways, turn it around so you don't crush the chips. What if you could put it in a smaller container and have it still be nice and fresh and crunchy when you decide you want to eat it, whether that's a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later? Gotta talk about bugs for a second. Heaven forbid, 1 out of 5 of us comes home from the grocery store with a bag of flour or sugar or something. Now we have weevils or moths or something crazy, you know, just from the mill. Just is part of life. Well, what if you were able to contain them all in a container, because now they can't get out and they can't infest the rest of your pantry? Thanks for coming to learn more about our Tupperware modular mates.